interesting. Oh, no, it did. Okay, it was just very slow. Okay, we're good. Yeah, I had to double check some stuff. Because for some reason, like a bunch of my computer, Windows did the Windows thing where I turn my computer off, I turn it back on, and it's like, hey, we updated to Windows 11. And I was like, no, you didn't. I didn't approve that. It's like, and they were like, just kidding, but do you want to? I was like, no, don't you dare do that again. That just lost all respect for you. So, for some reason, it like logged me out of everything, which is a pain in the ass. And it didn't even, for some reason, my PC didn't even remember, like, you know, I have like the autofill, right? Didn't even remember that. So I was like, what the shit is going on? But we're good now. How's everybody's weekend? Hopefully it was good. I developed a new addiction over the weekend. It's bad. It's a problem. So you guys know that I pretty regularly drink Coke Zero. It is my diet soda of choice. And unfortunately, I have discovered this lovely beast, the orange cream Coke Zero. It's a problem. You got all the robustness of a dark soda with all the freshness of an orange soda and that just little hint of sweetness from the cream, because I do really like vanilla Coke, and unfortunately they don't have vanilla Coke Zero, which frustrates me, but this is the closest thing they have, and this is delicious. I bought a 12-pack of regular Coke Zero and the orange cream for the next couple weeks, and I find myself always putting that in the fridge. I typically only put like one can in the fridge just to save space because I got 3 other roommates, and yeah, that's what I always find going in the fridge. All right, so let's update, because it's been a little bit since we played Tainted Grail. And I did a little bit of playing over the weekend. I didn't do any major story. I didn't do any quests. Let me say that. The only things that I really did was, first of all, saved up a bunch of money. Now this doesn't look like that much because I spent it all. So you can see that all of our armor is upgraded at this point to an extent. Oh, I guess except my boots. I didn't do my boots. Like my cape is +10. My sword here is +8. That took a lot of gold. So I did a lot of gold farming. I did a lot of resource farming, which, you know, it doesn't really look like it based on what we have, but like we have a bunch of toothache remedy potions here. Let's actually see what I have for resources here for crafting. Let's see here. Yeah, so like I've ended up using a lot of it. I got a ton of monster blood because there's a really good way that if you want to level up your combat and not necessarily like alchemy or cooking, that you can get a lot of gold right around this area in Act 2, which I'll go over in a second. But it gets you a lot of blood clots. It gets you a lot of monster blood. Does it get you anything else? I think that's maybe brain. No, I keep thinking brains, but it's blood clots. So we got a bunch of that. I went around farming like a bunch of deer, a bunch of bear wolves, basically anything I could find, mostly because I was looking for the carnations and sage to make the health potions. So obviously I don't have a lot of those right now because I've basically used them all. But you can see here I have a frick ton of daffodils, like all the mana stuff, because I haven't really done that. So you can see I have a frick ton of sage now, and yes, that is the official name. Unfortunately, out of carnation. Carnation's a lot harder to find than sage is. So I went around looking for that, and while I was doing all that, as you can see, our level is much higher as well. I think when I left off last, I was in the 40s. I think I said I wanted to end around 46, so I think I got 11 levels. In doing that, so let's kind of update the build here. Probably some athletics because I was running around a lot. Blocking and unarmed, I know I worked on a little bit. Mostly I just found a really tough enemy and just punched him for like a half an hour, and then I was like, this is way too slow. So I left it around 30. Two-handed and one-handed I got while I was doing my gold farming, so those are both up. Unfortunately, like I would have one-handed at level 100. However, the one-handed sword that I was using, which gives you an additional 25 proficiency, it caps at 100. So you can't overcap it. And so because I was between 75 and 100, it was bringing me up to 100, and I wasn't getting any extra experience. So those are some levels that I could have gotten, but didn't. Armor, I got hit a bunch, so my armor went up. I was working a bit on archery, just kind of taking out deer and stuff just to get some additional levels. I don't have any points in archery, but I just got some of those up. Evasion, same thing. A lot of this was just kind of like naturally just walking around the world. Didn't do anything with spirituality, and I did do a bit of handcrafting. It was just garbage. I think I turned it into arrows, honestly, and lockpicking and lockpicks and stuff to get up to 91. But yeah, didn't do, or I turned in a couple quests, but they were just like the bounties ones, for the animal parts that we had going on. Other than that, I just kind of explored around the first map a little bit more. Again, trying to pick up a bunch of stuff. The second map I've explored a little bit more, but not too much because I didn't want to push into any areas that we hadn't pushed into. But really quick here, as far as how I made a bunch of gold, because I know that one of the major ways people are making gold is...
Pleasure to see you.
Yes, hello, good sir. You, sir, should be very broke based on how much crap you've bought from me. So I know that a lot of people are making their money through cooking. However, if you have played a certain way like I have, you don't have access to that. You don't have access to that anymore because of, A, you don't have the... I think it's like the chef that you can buy food from. You can't buy from him, and you don't have the blacksmith anymore, which I think is part of it, if I recall correctly. So I couldn't do either of those.
You doing okay?
So what I did is I came up to here. Let's open up the map real quick. Over here in this toll house is pretty good. Now, well, actually, what we'll do a run here because I want to see, I spec'd out of my practicality. So that's another thing that I did. Initially, I had these all set to play with Erendite, and then I was just putting points into practicality just to get the price of sold goods because I was trying to save for a house. And then I bought the house, and there was like nothing in it, and I didn't know how to get any of the blacksmithing table, crafting table, alchemy, any of that stuff. So I was like, okay, this is just a waste of 50k. I'll buy it later. And then so I ended up respecing into damage stuff and crit. But anyway, so I'm curious to see how much this is all going to sell for without the price of sold goods, and then I can give you a rough estimate of what it is. If I had 10 practicality, and then I also had in the skill tree, if we go over to practicality, crafting trading, I had this merc skills maxed out. So basically all I would do is I would run through here. Now I don't think that I've reset the night. Let me go ahead, and I've noticed that sometimes if I don't respawn it way back in town, okay, some of these people are way too loud. I turned this up because they've been quiet this whole time. Now all of a sudden they're super loud. So if we rest for a day, hopefully they should pop up. Let's see here. These ones down here actually aren't even necessary, so I probably shouldn't have done this. But these you can just kind of kill from experience. They give you decent XP. They give you like 250 a piece. Those aren't the ones that we're looking to kill. Ultimately, it is these ones. These Red Death infected with all the armor on. So we go ahead and take their stuff. And of course, if you're... See, I'm way too loud. Dude, I don't know what the deal is. So basically, if you're trying to get a bunch of XP or like monster bloods and stuff, you can fight these guys, which I fought them on the way, but for this purpose, I'm just kind of speeding through here just to kind of show off, you know, how I was making all my money. Again, these guys don't give you anything that's worth anything, so you can kind of just skip those. Same with that one, same with this one. So basically, all these guys will aggro you and keep following you, so if you die quickly to them, it's probably not going to be a good time. There's no one in here this time. But we can basically just go ahead, give these guys a smack, aggro them all up, and they're probably going to follow me anyway. There's one over here. This guy's got the sword and his gear. Yep, so we'll just aggro him. Aggro all of these guys. See, those guys haven't aggroed on me yet. Swap to our main weapon. Because there's one guy over here that we can't aggro because there's no way for him to get down. So grab all his gear. We'll fall. They're all following me. Come on, buddy. Come on, guys. Let's go. Go up the rest of the way. Hopefully, are you all? Yeah, there they come. Okay. There should be one. Sometimes there's one over there. Sometimes he doesn't spawn in. And then sometimes there are 2 Red Death infected over here that have the sword. But again, I've had some issues with them all spawning in. We come over here to this corner. Make sure to pop the lever. They will push you down, and you can die in the pit. So don't do that. We just AoE all these guys down now. And I have the 2-handed perk, which does some AoE damage on heavy attacks. So I'm just using that to take these guys down a little bit faster. All right, we collect everything up. But again, mostly we're just looking for those. We're looking for all the Red Death gear. So all the Red Death, you know, gauntlets, the greaves, the sword, shield. We can take this for a ride down. Which will bring us to a nice little fast travel point. For a while, I completely forgot this was here. So I was actually just walking back, which takes a lot of extra time. So we can go ahead and fast travel over here.
There's no need for vial. Hello there.
And let's see. So we sell everything. So we start at 76K. And what do these sell for? Yeah, these sell for way less. I feel like there might be some math that's not working correctly when it comes to. Yeah, so there might be something that's not working correctly when it comes to practicality, because swords are selling for like 500 gold. And they just sold for, what was it, like 8? Because if we come over here to practicality, is 20% more profitable. Math is not mathing. What am I looking for? Attributes here. Price of sold goods plus 10%. Yeah, something. Math is not mathing. I'm not exactly sure why math is not mathing, but anyway, that's basically what I was doing this weekend. Is just getting a bunch of gold. But yeah, from there, let's just go ahead and see if we can finish Act 2 today. I don't know how much more of Act 2 there is. And I think Niante is in where? In like the main building, but I think I gotta talk to this guy first. I think you have. Yeah, so I don't want to do the maggot one, but I do need to do the Iron Gate.
That's not good. I was hoping we could start the evacuation soon. Now all I can do is keep sending reminder letters to Camelot. Again. And knowing how things go, those letters will probably get stuck at the gate anyway, because those geniuses won't figure out how to get them through. Anyway, thank you. Here's your payment.
Easy enough.
I'll await.
All right, so we get that one done. I don't have any bounties to turn in. He did give me 2 more bounties, so we'll have to go and figure those out at some point. But I think we're just gonna make our way in. We got to talk to Yvain. We got a couple things from people who were like, "Hey, can you talk to Yvain for us?" And I was like, "I guess." Don't really wanna, but it is what it is. And at this point, like, I just gotta get the main quests going. A lot of these quests I've mentioned a couple times, but it's kind of becoming more of the case in Act 2. I'm finding that quests are not tracking properly. So, like, for example, like, there's a bunch of quests that will just pop up here, and like I can't like expand this to show multiple different quest points. So sometimes it will show different ones, and then I'll like go through the gate to the first area, and then the quest marker is just gone, which is kind of weird. Oh, let's take our mushrooms. Oh, Mushroom, mushroom. Okay. Wait, who the frick? Oh,
You're here. Let me
you're a healer?
You seem to have recovered after whatever happened at the Menhir. The All-Mother herself must be watching.
Because this is
over
the
you.
chick who isn't helping out the girl in the hospital. That is a strange getup. The All-Mother had nothing to do with it.
I would gladly explain why you're wrong, but I have neither the time nor the patience to engage in religious disputes.
Aren't you a priestess? Aren't religious disputes your job?
If I were a priestess at the Titan,
I'd be careful. The last priest I came across that cut him in half.
Take a look around. Kunart doesn't need
Although,
preaching. It needs
to be fair,
words.
that was in a separate timeline. That didn't happen in this
Entire
timeline.
place is a complete disarray, and the people here are not easily swayed by words. If they were, we wouldn't be in this pickle. I've been trying to work with Lord Yvain to control the situation, but it seems like everything is conspiring against us.
What do you mean everything is conspiring against you?
First came the Red Priest, braying about the Red Death and accusing people of hiding the diseased. They sow panic and mistrust as if we didn't already have both in abundance. And then you showed up and made a spectacle of yourself at the Menhir. We were hoping to make the relocation as peaceful as possible, but it seems we're fighting a losing battle.
Maggot says half the Menhir rights were kept by the priestesses.
I wouldn't know. It does sound like typical druid nonsense. Split the knowledge so nobody has a full picture, and then act surprised when everything falls apart.
Any idea where it might be?
If anywhere, it'll be at the temple of the All-Mother, or what's left after its fall. When corruption spreads there.
Is
My
that the
sisters
temple
who
from the
served
first
became
map?
Something else. Abandon this quest while you still can. Whatever you seek there isn't worth what this twisted place will do to you.
Thank you.
Wait, that didn't scare you off?
Ma'am, I'm not scared by spooky ghost stories.
Ashamed. Even thinking about asking you for help. But maybe the
Nothing
Menhir's
scares me,
reaction to your
except for things that
arrival
make
was
me
a
jump.
sign from the
But that's not
All-Mother.
really scared. That's just being jumpy.
Maybe you are someone who can help.
That's natural. That's just my evolution. My reflexes are just so fast I can't handle them. What do you need?
You never asked me whose grave it is. I come here because it's a reminder of how I failed those who counted on me, and I should feel sorrow, guilt, something. But the truth is, I lost part of myself long before Maeve was taken. I stand here. I wait for a feeling to appear, and nothing comes to me. Not ever. At the corrupted temple, something happened when I was still a priestess out there. I feel like something was taken from me. Ripped from my very soul. And I've been hearing her voice ever since. Lorelia.
Who's that?
I don't remember. I should, but the memory eludes me.
I relate to that.
It's
I
calling
relate
me.
to that. I can't
answer.
remember anything.
Help
I got the
me,
memory of a
please.
goldfish.
I need you to go to the corrupted temple. Find her. Find out.
I'm kind of busy with someone else who can't remember anything. Only he bugs me because he's inside my head all day. You want me to find her? Why not go yourself?
Because I fear what I'll find. If she's calling for me, it means facing something I'm not ready for. But you might see the truth more clearly than I can.
Cope. Super cope. Fine, I'll see what I can do.
Thank you. Whatever this is, it has haunted me long enough.
I know a very easy way that we could have this not haunt you anymore. Yeah,
All
that's you talk way too slow for me to go through all of that. I'm gonna be completely honest. Okay, where be Yvain? Probably, if I had to guess, would he be? I'm assuming he'd be up, but I don't know how to go up, so let's go down. Oh wait, what the? Ooh, there's a big sword. It doesn't look like a good sword though. Looks like a stone sword. Wait, is this not Yvain's castle? Am I crazy? Are we not? I mean, we're definitely in like the tomb, but oh, hello. I'll take that. It's kind of a weird place to put stuff. Oh yeah, this is definitely not even close to where Yvain's place is. This is yeah, I gotta go up this way. There we go. This is more where the leader lives.
If I just stay put, everything will be
Jesus.
just passing through. Good.
Yeah, dude, this game's audio balancing is dog shit. All right, I got a letter from Osmond the merchant. It contains advice on how to resolve the conflict.
Does it now?
Sure.
Very well. Tell Osmond that... what shall we tell him? That I thank him for his concern, and that I will take his advice under consideration.
There's also a woman named Morak waiting outside. She needs to talk to you.
I know. I already asked Anselm to tell her to wait,
Well, then,
but Morag's a stubborn one.
and here she is bothering me.
What does she expect me to do? I'm not about to argue the legate over one inn. Not when there are far more pressing matters at hand.
Then put your foot down. Tur, this is a pressing matter.
I don't doubt that.
Stop being wishy-washy.
Connaught is in a precarious position.
Make a decision.
I
Be a
wouldn't
leader.
surprised if Denholm shuts the inn down out of fear of rebellion.
Sorry, I'm
And I'm hardly
projecting.
in a position
Those
to
are my work
challenge
issues.
this decision. We all have to endure these.
Oh man, I have no leadership at work. It's a problem. Inconveniences is her livelihood. You're right, I'll tell her that.
Thank you. Please understand, it's not that I don't want to help my people. I know things haven't been easy for them. But every day, grievances must wait when the survival of the entire town is on the line. The inn remains closed. Now,
I mean, that is kind of a little bit sort of fair.
stay quiet, stay safe.
Shut up, loud man. You know, it's like you're trying to save your town, and she's like, "But my inn." He's like, if I don't deal with this, you're not gonna have an inn or a town." But my inn. Talk to Lord Yvain.
And? What did he say?
The same thing that he's been telling you this whole time, but you don't want to hear it. You can't do anything. Connaught has bigger problems than you're in.
Oh, sure it has. Like a lordling who doesn't mind strangers pushing him around on his own land. His father must be turning in his grave, having a disgrace like that for a son. And you're just like him.
All right, shut up, Karen. Jesus. Oswald. Who's Oswald? He's one of the merchants. I know that. I don't remember which one. Not you.
Oh, hello there.
Yeah, not you. Not you. Sup, Osmond? What did I call him? Oswald?
Today.
About that letter.
Oh, how did it go? Did he read it?
He said he'd take your advice into account.
Ha! You see, I always say when someone speaks sense, even a lord perks up his ears. Good work.
Oh, well, thank you. 500 gold? That's not bad now that I can't make money anymore. Okay. Let's see here. What are we doing next? Neorites. God, I wish I could get rid of these. I say that every time, but, like, I really do wish I could just, like, hide quests. That would be great. Oh, let's see. Yeah, I can't do that one. Price of Forgiveness. Coveted treasure turned out to be button. So, like, this is a quest that I technically did do. It was just, like, a little hidden cave. There was nothing to it. But, like, I've already completed this. But this quest is bugged out, and it won't let me actually finish it. So, like, this is also stuck in my quest list, too. Frill asked me obtain a dangerous Delrata tablet from... Oh yeah, I was just there. Probably should have done that one. So we have our 2 bounties. What was the one that I needed to do for the lady? No, it wasn't any of those. Were the light ones? Yeah, it's this one. Okay. Where do I need to go for it? Probably like way out in the frick middle of nowhere. Oh! I think there was another quest I had to do out there. Because I think there was another one before I actually got that quest. That's fine. We can head out there. Actually, where are we at for time? Oh, we're good. We're good. Oh, I don't know if any more of those knights pop up. Because I've been hanging around at night in Act 2, where you're seeing them all the time. Like, anytime it turned to night, I would have to... Or, anytime it turned to night, I'd have to fight a knight. And ever since I killed that one, I haven't seen any more. So I don't know if, like, once you kill them, they all just run away from you, but, yeah. I haven't seen a single one. That being said, I don't want to see another one. Although my gear is way better than it was last time. Shrooms. So I could definitely take him. But I wouldn't want to embarrass him like that. Oh, there was a dig here. I didn't even see that. I would have gone straight past that. Ooh, ruby. Ruby, 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 ruby. Zoomy, 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 zoomy. Corrupted temple. Blueberries. I got my plants down now that I harvested plants for probably like 10 hours over the weekend. Anything on the sides? Nope. All right. Temple it is. He might have been. I wonder if he's like a story, like he's going to be some kind of story character that pops up. Because again, it was weird that he was popping up at the beginning, like in Act 1, and then he wouldn't fight me, and then all of a sudden in Act 2, he was like all aggro. Aaron? It's the Attack Titan. We've suddenly completely switched games. Switched mediums, really.
My voice. Find my voice. They have it, twisted it, and now speak in my name.
There's a person!
But their words are not mine.
I have to seek to herald the voice in the shadows of the temple. I have to confront the fallen knight who lingers in defiance. There's no way I can hit him.
In endless torment. Free it. End this agony.
Booba. What's up, girl? It's an interesting choice of garb you have on there. Oh, that was a sweet dodge. I'm taking all that. What's up? We got a little hidden stockpile here? Wow, that is the brightest the lock has ever been in this game, I think. I mean, clearly we see that this game was, I guess it wasn't made for the modern audience. Bummer, modern audience. A game that you won't get to play. Oh, there's another one. How dare she? Okay. So... that's the anti-aging medicine. Man, I sure wish they would made these things look different. That would be super helpful. Okay, let's go up before we go down. corpse with nothing on him. It's a little bit sad that now everything is not going to have nearly as much gold value now that I'm specced out of practicality. I don't know exactly. I don't understand how that was working. I didn't think the math would work, but I did see somewhere someone posted that like if you put 1 point into the merc tree, you get like it like doubles how much stuff sells for you, which is weird. It's not written like that, so I'm wondering if it's bugging out. Oh, bugging out. Oh my god, that's right. And I'm cursed. I get 1% less money. We found it. The streamer and her simps. Let's take them out. One after another. They've all been zombified, drained of their juices. Okay, easy enough. We'll take all that. I didn't want all of that. I'll take that. Derp-a-der. That's not Pokey. Pokey don't do that. That'd be like a... Who would that be more? It'd be like... Oh, wait, is she holding the potion? Why can't I get that potion? Yeah, Pokey 2 closed up. That's not Pokey.